There's a lot of research out there, surveys, of women who have gone through pregnancy and also all these other stages of life, and singing through it all, embracing the change, embracing the challenge is what really sets you up for success, whatever that looks like. I'm not talking about necessarily, like always in the professional arena, although that is an important component of what we do to prepare and to thrive, but also just being successful within relationships. Postpartum is serious.
Yeah.
And, people don't often speak about depression or mental health openly, but postpartum depression is real, and that is okay. Everything you go through is okay. I think people want to know, like, what's normal? Whatever.
I don't think there's like a set of normal, especially when you talk about your hormone levels rising during pregnancy. Postpartum, your hormone levels are coming way down, so by nature, you're like, what's going on? And I remember with my first pregnancy, postpartum, this was during the pandemic. This was in isolation. This was in sleepless nights. So my anxiety was through the roof. And, it wasn't until like 6 months after that I was like, I just felt more like myself. And I was like, whoa, what was that? Is that like this postpartum period that everyone's talking about, and how it's going to affect everyone very differently? For me, I think it just heightens for me, it was heightening all of my already emotions. Like, I'm a kind of an anxious person. I'm very type A. So it was like, I was just super overly doing the most. And that's how it showed up for me. But for others, it could show up very differently. And so it is good to have some sort of knowledge of where you are before, and we're talking about okay, I'm 7 months pregnant now, where is my voice now and my vocal health now? And so that I can keep I want to hang on to these wonderful things we've been working on in postpartum, and then getting back to work, so it doesn't feel like I've hit pause on all the work I've done in my career or in my training. It's no, this is just a part of it. Your body's changing, and that's great. So let's,
to know how to advocate for yourself, how to research, how to look for answers, that is also a skill. And by being the leader you are within our community, by putting this out there, by being open, by exposing very personal things about yourself, it will inspire other people to do the same. Because finding your team, I just can't emphasize enough, especially when it comes to mental health, because we are all practitioners of a mental health journey. So knowing what you can find for support, for strength, before, during, after, the process is all even and equal. And so that again, how do you advocate for yourself? Knowing that it's okay to acknowledge change.
Yeah.